Well, I don't know about you, but I am all in on whatever this is. I have never seen marketing so good. A cat slapping something, presumably. I'm slapping the ask. I don't know about you. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Crypto TikTok has never really been a place for genuinely insightful advice or useful information, but after the wave of memecoin mania earlier this year reduced the amount of brain cells in my head by at least 35%, the space has somewhat died down, leaving a few battle-tested soldiers to carry the load. What have they done with that responsibility? Weirdly enough, they may have actually just found a generational front run, and of course, in the meantime, produced so much slop that a dead McFlurry machine would be jealous. The front run I'm referring to is something called Degenerate, and I had no idea what it was until I saw 40 TikTok accounts all saying the exact same thing.
And his team has quietly become the top holder of this new project.
As you can see right here, Donald Trump is the number one holder on Trump coin, and it is the number one holder on this Degenerate coin.
Sorry, but what is actually going on here? Like, these are all just posting the exact same thesis with the exact same screenshots, like some sort of weird echo chamber. Now, usually, I'd be quick to write them off as, well, idiots, but the worrying part is that since I dug into this, the coin has actually 2x'd and is now nearly at 10 million at the time of recording this. Is TikTok actually right about this being linked to Trump's team? I scanned the contract on a Telegram bot that I used to check the top holders, and the top one is indeed Trump's team wallet, but the liquidity on the coin is still completely unlocked, and there is at least one wallet with a fat amount of airdropped supply. So I would personally stay away from this purely for those reasons, but it's rare to see people actually make good DD on TikTok, which in itself is a little bit concerning. Like, why out of nowhere are all of these TikTok influencers shilling this coin specifically, all with the same thesis? It just feels like something's been set up to be rug pulled in a generational fashion, and if it is, I will absolutely be revisiting this video. But in the meantime, we can pretend that we may have just found some TikTok Michael Burrys on our hands. Maybe, just maybe, there's hope for crypto TikTok after all.
I think this is the bottom. 25 seconds, 74 milliseconds.
I'd take it back. I cannot believe the first video I actually found while making this is someone doing technical analysis on a meme coin that costs 15k on a 30-second time frame. Like, how can you gauge anything that's happening? I know we all joke about TA being astrology for men, but if that's the case, well, it's not like anything, actually. It's just absolutely delusional. But if everyone does trade like this, it explains why meme coins have become difficult as of late.
I'm a fat. I just dropped a bomb, I think.
Now let's do some VAR here, okay? He has 17 SOL at a 26k market cap, which is roughly 7% of the supply, which is frankly ridiculous for anything. And it just becomes a ticking time bomb for the project, whether it's legit or not. The coin then shoots to 40k and to 80, while our friend dumps 42 SOL in one clip, effectively killing the coin, and he even acknowledges this in the TikTok.
I'm a fat. I just dropped a bomb, I think.
Now, I'm not going to clown someone for making money, because hey, 40 SOL in a matter of seconds is insane, but this whole cupsy style of trading has turned meme coins into PvP, or at least more so than they already were. It's gone from an average Modern Warfare lobby to if you were just dropped into a ranked game of esports Valorant and have no experience with the game. It is impossible to make any coin succeed when this sort of thing is happening on nearly every coin you touch. It's just ridiculous. It probably contributed to this guy crashing out.
No money. I'm dead broke. Look at my photon. I'm $13.
In a weird way, I'm glad there's actually more of this content and less of, well, that. This is a far more realistic representation of what happens in the trenches, so respect to this fella for showing that and not actually faking any P&L cards or posting weird flex videos for clout. Speaking of flexes though, this has to be the single most egregious thing I've ever seen. This guy shills a coin called ABTC at 100k market cap, and a few days later posts a follow-up on the coin apparently hitting 90 million, a 700x, which naturally sees him fly off the rails with ego and claim a lot of clout. Now look, I'm serially online, okay? I have to be for this channel, and when it comes to monitoring the situation, there's nobody better, and I did not remember a coin with that name ever doing anywhere close to those numbers. So I went back and found out that he's been a very naughty boy. The first coin he posted on the 14th of the month was this one, at around the 100k mark, which we can verify through his video here. The second one is a blatant honeypot launched a few days later with the same name, the same picture, and he is claiming that that coin is the same one that he shilled. His one completely died. This one is a separate honeypot which would run up to around 300 million before rugging to absolute zero. The difficulty with this content is TikTokers won't know any better, and they would happily just throw money into it thinking it's destined to do a few more X's and then have the rug pulled from under them. It's totally embarrassing to just parlay two different coins and pretend it's the same one and you're some kind of genius. You're just not. But I should have known, he's wearing a mask after all, and unfortunately this kind of content is just run of the mill in the crypto space on TikTok now.
Some people wonder, why is my Discord group so expensive to join?
I'm sorry, how much? £1,000 for a crypto group. I thought Orangey was bad by charging my last kidney to join Potion Alpha only to get dumped on by streamers, but this is next level. Who spends £1,000 to join a Telegram or a Discord group where you're going to get signals? Like, that's insane. And if any of you have ever come close to doing this, please just genuinely get help, because that's not a good spot to be in. Oh, but don't worry though, it's fine, because someone made around £120 on a leverage play. Do that 10 more times this month and you'll not have only broken even, but made enough to buy a nice dinner for the girlfriend that just left you. If you're going to buy anything to enhance your trading, buy a new monitor or a source of information like a book that might actually be useful. Although, look, if you do want to buy a course under the illusion that it might make you a millionaire, I will happily make one for you for $5 so that you can lose the rest of your money in the trenches rather than donating it to the 17th NFT of the Masked Man Mafia. Speaking of courses though, I've got nothing bad at all to say about this guy. I just want to know which golf course he was playing, because he looks like a great fella to crack open a beer with while slicing a drive out of bounds and talking about Ethereum. He just seems lovely. He just seems like a lovely guy. I wasn't even listening to what he was saying. He could be saying the most horrible thing ever, but he just looks like a lovely man wanting to play around the golf, and I respect that.
I've got a question to ask you guys. Why is everyone bearish on Ethereum? I don't get it.
The Ethereum discussion is also a really interesting one, and it's nice to see a person genuinely confused about why no one cares about the coin rather than just shouting about why it's the best thing ever.
Many of the protocols, including DeFi, are very much built on Ethereum, and yet people still think it's going to zero.
Like, ETH has extortionate fees and a dying NFT marketplace, and better alternatives have come along, but the fact he's willing to learn and create a dialogue, it's at least encouraging, and again, looks like a nice fella to have a beer with, so well done to him, and I hope his content actually continues to grow, because that's pretty cool. There's also a really weird contingent of people talking about this being the last cycle for retail investors because of how government are now mass buying crypto.
Exactly why we're facing the biggest opportunity of our lifetime.
This is the last time retail investors will ever have this much control over the crypto prices.
Guys, I hate to say this, but I genuinely think this might be the last real crypto cycle.
Similar to Deej, it's just an echo chamber of the same rehashed views. I think regardless of what cycle we're in, there's always going to be opportunity. Like any mild bear market that we've had, be it the stock market or crypto, there has always been a way to profit from it, or to make money, or to find a hedge. That doesn't go away. Now, some of this thesis I think is kind of correct, but it does demand a whole video on the mentality of cycles and institutions and why things are evolving, so I might have just spoiled a future video there to try and quell this conversation, but I think just to spread this kind of fear and sense of urgency into people that they have to start YOLOing money into crypto is really dangerous, and I'm not a fan of it. Now, I know we mentioned astrology earlier in the video, but we're going to end this TikTok deep dive with a tarot reader actually saying she was given information about cryptos going on a run.
I want to talk to you today about some information that kind of just came to me. It was a list of cryptos that are going to run during this next bull run.
You cannot make it up. Maybe I should reach out and see if she can help me pick which meme coin will do a 10x. Or just ask her why I spend my time reviewing crypto TikToks. And when the Pump Fun airdrop is coming. If you enjoyed this video, guys, be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. We're so close to 5,000 subscribers now and would love to have you in our community. And don't forget as well that if you enjoyed this video, you might want to take a look at my most recent one, which takes a look at a hypothetical crypto portfolio for Warren Buffett. And until next time, I'll see you in the trenches.